All right, so are you ready to jump into this? It's a story that just grabs you and makes you think, wow, what would I do if I was in that situation?
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about the HMS Wager,
Huh.
a British ship
Uh-huh.
on a secret mission during the 1740s.
Okay.
And it all went so wrong.
It did.
And we are going to be basing this on a YouTube summary of the book The Wager
Okay.
by David Grann.
Cool.
So this is going to be a sneak peek, basically,
Oh,
if you
okay.
haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
It's just a really wild story.
Yeah.
It's got shipwreck, survival,
Mm-hmm.
mutiny,
Wow.
and a trial that had all of England talking about it.
It's like a movie waiting to happen.
I know, right?
All those elements
Yeah.
packed into one.
Yeah. So let's set the stage here.
Okay.
The year is 1740.
All right.
The HMS Wager set sail
Okay.
from England, and it was part of a larger British fleet.
Mm-hmm.
And this was during the War of Jenkins' Year.
The War of Jenkins' Year.
Yeah.
What is that?
I know, right? Like what? You hear that and you're like,
Yeah.
what is that?
I've never even heard of that war.
Exactly. So,
Uh-huh.
but basically it was this conflict between Britain and Spain.
Okay.
And it was all about like trade disputes and who was going to get which territories.
Oh, so high stakes.
Yeah.
Sort of like setting the stage for bigger things to come.
Yeah. And so the mission that the Wager was on was to harass Spanish shipping
Oh, okay.
and maybe even try to capture a treasure galleon.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty risky,
Yeah.
but there were also big potential rewards.
Right. Typical of that kind of age of exploration, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they are sailing towards South America.
Mhm.
They're thinking, oh, we're going to encounter some danger from the enemy. But really the biggest threat was Mother Nature.
Ah.
A really
Yeah.
bad storm just smashes the Wager against the rocks
Oh, no.
right off the coast of Patagonia. You ever
Yeah.
seen pictures of Patagonia?
Patagonia is beautiful.
It is beautiful,
Absolutely stunning.
but inhospitable.
It's incredibly unforgiving. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got rugged mountains, icy winds, and just miles and miles of desolate coastline.
Yeah, so hundreds of years ago, without modern gear to help you,
Right.
being shipwrecked, there was basically a death sentence.
Yeah, you'd have no chance.
Yeah. But somehow a lot of the crew actually survives this initial wreck.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is just the beginning of their problems.
Oh, no.
So now they're stranded on this desolate island.
Right?
They are facing starvation,
No.
exposure to the elements and
Wow.
each other.
Oh, boy. That's when things start to get really bad.
Yeah, so this is where the book, even just in the summary,
Yeah.
gets really interesting because it wasn't just a fight to survive against nature.
Oh.
It was about surviving against yourself.
Right. Your own demons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tensions start to erupt, factions form,
Uh-oh.
and a group of the crew mutinies against their captain.
Wow. So they just totally break down.
Yeah, they're in this pressure cooker. You're fighting to stay alive.
Right.
Morale is just plummeting.
Yeah.
And then you start to think, well, who's really in charge here?
Exactly. Yeah. Who's calling the shots now?
And do we even trust this person?
Yeah.
So were there any specific details from the summary
Well,
about what actually caused this mutiny?
one thing that really stood out was the captain's leadership style.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was described as very strict, even cruel.
Oh, wow.
And that really alienated a lot of the crew.
Yeah.
I mean, in a situation like that where everyone needs to cooperate to survive,
Right.
it seems like his approach just completely backfired.
So it makes you think, like, it wasn't just about going rogue.
Right.
Like, they had real grievances.
Yeah, they had reasons
Yeah.
to be unhappy.
And it just shows how much stress they were under.
Exactly.
How that can actually change how you see things.
Yeah, your perceptions get all messed up.
Yeah,
Your loyalties are all over the place. It
Yeah.
must be just crazy making.
I know.
Yeah.
So then what happened after the mutiny?
Well, the summary doesn't go into a ton of detail, but
Yeah.
it seems like some of the crew managed to build some kind of makeshift vessel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and eventually they made their way back to England.
So they actually made it.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're rescued.
Mm-hmm.
They're back in civilization.
Yeah.
And then they end up on trial.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
That's just insult to injury at this point. They go
Exactly.
through this harrowing experience. They
Yeah.
finally make it back,
Right.
and they're put on trial.
Yeah, and the trial of these mutineers was huge.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in England was talking about it.
Really?
And they were captivated by these stories of hardship, the
Yeah.
accusations of brutality, and, like, whose side are you on here?
It sounds like there's a lot of gray areas.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of black and white.
Exactly. So it wasn't like just an open and shut case.
No, not at all.
Okay.
The mutineers actually claimed that they were justified in what they did. Yeah, because of how the captain was behaving.
Hmm?
They argued they were acting to help the crew survive.
Wow. So the court had to grapple with some pretty big questions here.
Right.
Like, was it really mutiny or was it just desperation?
Yeah.
And where do you draw the line between following orders
Yeah.
and doing what you think is right?
Right. Especially when you're in this crazy life or death situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not just a shipwreck story anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a philosophy debate
Yeah.
about what makes a good leader,
Uh-huh.
what responsibility means,
Yeah.
and what does it even mean to be civilized
Oh, wow.
when everything around you is falling apart.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
So the outcome of the trial had a really big impact.
Really?
Yeah, on maritime law and how the British Navy worked.
Wow, I bet.
Yeah. So this deep dive has taken us from the middle of a storm off the coast of Patagonia
Yeah.
to a courtroom in England.
I know, what a journey.
I know, right? We've talked about survival mutiny
Uh-huh.
and what does justice even mean.
Right.
So put yourself in their shoes.
Okay.
If you were on that ship,
Yeah.
faced with those choices, what would you have done?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I know.
Would I have stayed loyal or would I have joined the mutiny?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd like to think I would have done the right thing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But you
need-
never know until you're there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's amazing that just a summary of this book
Yeah.
can get you thinking about all these things.
Yeah. He really does a good job of taking this historical event
Yeah.
and turning it into a story that makes you think about what it means to be human.
Yes, we just kind of scratched the surface here.
Yeah.
But if you are interested in this story,
Yeah.
you should definitely check out The Wager
Yeah.
by David Grann.
I'm going to add it to my reading list.
It's one of those books that will stay with you
Yeah.
even after you've finished it.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah, this was a good one.
All right, till next time.
See ya.